So I literally just got out of work, and it hit me as I'm driving home. Bro, you ain't got nothing prepared for tomorrow's vlog. I'm like, oh my gosh. Luckily, I had this GoPro in my bag. That's why if you stay ready, you ain't gotta get ready. Although I was gonna use my other camera, but I forgot to put a battery in it because I thought I had an extra battery in the bag, but I'm looking through the bag. There's no camera, there's no battery in there. So thank God I got this GoPro and it's fully charged. I literally have nothing to vlog about. I've literally come to the point where it's like, what are they seeing? What can I teach them? What can I tell them that's new? I have nothing. I'm gonna be so glad whenever daily vlog is over. It's gonna be so glad. One thing I will say, this is gonna be day 28 or day 29. Day 29. One thing I learned is that I'm more capable than the limitations I set for myself in my mind, right? Because starting this 30 days ago, I was like, I'm gonna do it, but I was excited. So, you know, oftentimes the excitement gets you to it, like working out. The first few weeks, it's like, yeah, because I'm getting bulk and I'm excited, but it's about when that excitement dies down. What are you gonna do when the excitement dies down? When I started this, I was excited, but as time progressed and it got more difficult to manage it to do, like on days like today when I don't know how, you know what I'm saying, where you gotta figure out how to fit everything in one day, work, everything, vlogging, editing, time with the family, like everything, where the excitement dies down and now it's like, man, I don't want to do this. But I was able to push myself past the I don't want to do this, and you committed, so do it, which in turn taught me that I am capable in a lot more than I give myself credit for. Because if I was a quitter, like literally before I started filming this, I was like, man, it's day 28. If I skip one day, it's not gonna be bad. So I could just skip this one day and then pick up. Nobody's gonna miss it. But it's not even the fact of like nobody missing it. It's the fact of like you committed to something and you need to push yourself to see it through, because one, you're gonna feel better about yourself, and two, you're gonna see that you are capable of doing this. I'm literally freestyling off the top of my head right now on what to talk about with this vlog, because I had nothing prepared, nothing planned. Like I said, I just got off of work and I remembered, bro, you ain't got nothing. You have to have the self-belief, which I spoke about in my earlier vlogs. You have to have the self-belief, but you also have to have determination. Past the excitement phase, because the beginning is always exciting. The beginning is always exciting. I'm doing a new thing. Is that day 15 of doing the same thing over and over, where it's like, that I feel the same way like whenever I read the word. And I'm doing it more consistently now, where every morning or every day I read a scripture and I do my meditation and all of that beautiful stuff. Some days I'm like, I don't gotta do it today, man. And then, I ain't gotta do it today. I don't want to do it today. And it's like, one day ain't gonna bother me. But it's like you have to push yourself past that emotion of giving up, because that's what it is. And the excuse is always, well, it's just one day, but it always starts as just one day. So I guess this vlog today is literally about just pushing yourself past your limitations. Not to say that you want to be, because society also has this thing where we have to be super successful but successful in society's eyes, which is having the cars, the money, the fame, the luxury, like all of this big stuff, and ain't no time for sleeping, ain't no time for taking breaks. That's not the push I'm talking about. The push I'm talking about is committing to something and actually following through. And then whenever that follow through gets a little weak or tired, or you feel like giving up, you push yourself. That's the push yourself I'm talking about. As far as like whatever you want in this life, whether it be materialistic, spiritual, physical, whatever it is, I feel like the limitations are only set by our minds, and our minds tend to lie to us, right? They make us second guess ourselves consistently. Yesterday, when I was vlogging after I came out of the movie theater, I wanted to go film some content on the top of the garage. They have like an open garage, but the very top that's open, like no roof over it, it's one of those parking garages where you go in circle, right? And you can go all the way to the top, and then the top has no roof. I wanted to go film at the very top, but it's locked off. And yes, maybe it's locked off, so you gotta be kind of like cautious and respect like private property and whatever. But it's one of those things where I thought about it for too long. That's when I was like, it made me second guess myself. I feel like whenever you have an idea, you have to jump on it as soon as the idea hits your mind. Obviously nothing crazy, nothing like dangerous or nothing like, but like an idea that is gonna push you past your comfortableness. Because although that place is locked off, what stopped me from going up there wasn't the locked off sign. It was, I saw some cameras and I was like, that might be dangerous. Then my mind started thinking about all of the stuff that could happen. And yeah, granted, stuff could happen. But the point I'm trying to say is oftentimes our mind once you start thinking too hard about whatever decision you made or what decision you should make or things you should do or go for, you'll eventually talk yourself out of it with all of the logical reasons why not to do it. Because I've done that before. That's the thing. I've done that before at another mall where the top was also locked off, but I still got up there. I still went up there and I did it. So that's why I was like, okay, it's my mind fighting me. And then we second guess ourselves. And then by the time you second guess yourself, you're deciding, oh, I should do it. I shouldn't do it. You should do it. I shouldn't do it. You should do it. I shouldn't do it. I shouldn't do it. I shouldn't. By the time you look, the time has passed. And you missed your opportunity to be great. And by great, I mean being you. Whatever that great is for you is. Like I say, it's not about what society push, never stop, keep working, keep hustling, keep the hustle and bustle. Not that type of push, not that type of great. Just great in your own esteem, in your own regards. You gotta push yourself past your limitations, because your limitations are most times, unless you were born with limitations, are set by you. What's going on? I also feel like one of the fears I had with these vlogs was I probably was overcomplicating it, right? I probably was thinking too hard about it. Back to overthinking ourselves out of situations that could be profitable or beneficial to us. Because oftentimes it's not as bad, it's not as complicated, it's not as serious as we make it out to seem. It's more so us either not really wanting to do it or finding the excuse that makes us feel comfortable in just our comfortable zone. Like, well, I mean, I guess I had to do it anyway, but that you say that, but then that makes you feel good now because it's like, okay, now you didn't really get to step out of your zone. You didn't get uncomfortable. You weren't uncomfortable. Your excuse allowed you to stay comfortable, but it's a terrible cycle because now you're comfortable, but then you live with the regret or the thought of what didn't happen, what should have happened, what could have happened. Now you're just in a constant battle in your mind with the negativity. Like, it's insane. And I know this because of my music. I've done music for so long, and I've missed opportunities, not on purpose, but I've missed opportunities that I can look back and be like, if I would have took that shot, if I would have just did this, that could have been different. And they say don't live in the past, but it's kind of hard. I feel like people that say that have accomplished at least something. Because I feel like if I was whenever I'm at my most successful points, I never think about that for real. It's only when I'm not excelling. It's only when I'm not excelling that I feel those moves. So if I was that's loud. So if I was excelling, I wouldn't think about the missed opportunities. But it's the fact that I feel like I'm not excelling, it's in my mind often.